Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, where we unlock the power within and navigate the journey of your self-discovery together. I'm Shaz, your spiritual mentor and life coach, here to help you tap into your inner guidance system and manifest your best life. Whether you're just beginning your spiritual journey or looking to deepen your practice, this podcast offers insights, techniques, and inspiration to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality. Get ready to shine your light and embrace your true potential. Remember, the answers are inside you. Let me be your guide on earth. This week on the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, I'm going to talk to you about the 12 universal laws. For this actual episode, I'll go through laws 1 to 5 and show you and help you understand these foundation laws, how energy, alignment, and creation actually work. This is about helping you realize everyone has heard of the law of attraction, but it's only one of the universal laws out there of what govern the universe, of how energy reacts with other people, how everything interrelates. And I'm going to run through just what they are, how they work, my experiences with them, and give you some further insights why your life responds the way that it does and where your real power sits. So buckle up, grab a coffee and sit down and let's have a chat. Most people want to change their life and they don't actually understand how life flows around them. Everything is connected. The universal laws are always active. Whether we believe them or not, they coexist in this planet and float around us in every which way possible. Awareness doesn't create the laws, but awareness gives us choice how we react, respond, and co-create with them. Have you ever felt so stuck in a moment that you just didn't know how to get out of it? Like you're on Groundhog Day, the same thing over and over and over again keeps happening. This can be relationship patterns, cycle patterns, money cycles, burnout, or emotional overwhelm. All of these things can be impacted by the universal laws. Now, I felt my life was a train wreck long before I discovered the true power of choice, how to co-create with the laws, how to use the energy for yourself rather than having it work against you, and how to make the most of everything that's available to us. Knowledge is power, and most people haven't heard of these laws, especially when you're awakening spiritually and you're coming to terms with who you really are and what is co-creation and what is source power. The first 5 laws for me are the energetic foundation of everything else. Law number 1 is the law of divine oneness. What does it mean? Everything, everyone, every aspect, every molecule, every plant, every animal, everything on this planet is connected. One cannot coexist without the other. The sun can't live without the moon. The water can't live without the earth. Plants can't live without air. Animals can't live without nature beings. Everything has purpose. There is no thought or action or intention in this world that exists in isolation. Collectively, many people get the same thought, the same desire to do the same thing simultaneously, and that ripples outwards. It is like dropping a pebble in a pond and watching the ripples flow out from it. Now, I know when I used to sit back and think about it, how are we all connected? The most simple thing, you think of someone and you notice they're thinking of you too. They call you, they show up, or just things happen. If you picture a blue bird and you think of one, a few minutes later, you're going to see a blue bird. Thought creates patterns and ripples in the universe to bring that thought to you. If you speak poorly about someone or something or put something down, the corresponding ripple is to later feel drained or blocked. It's like throwing money down the drain, letting things block up and get backed up by the expression of what you're putting out. But if you offer compassion and understanding and kindness unexpectedly, or you notice that someone else needs something, you do something without thought of anything but other than helping someone else. When you need it the most, help from the universe will arrive. It's just like magic. It happens automatically. This is the same as when we learn through other people's experiences rather than repeating the same lessons. There's a beautiful story about the tsunamis that happened in Thailand. And there was a young girl who listened to her geography teacher talk to her about what the signs of these tidal waves and tsunamis look like. And she paid attention. So on that day, when the ocean started to act like this teacher told her and alarm bells rang in her head, she screamed out and told everyone to race away from the beach and save thousands and thousands of lives. Hundreds of thousands of people died that day around the world. But one little 10-year-old girl who paid attention in class helped save copious amounts of people. She learned from someone else's experience, so we don't have to repeat the same pain. I've done it before. I like to teach what I've been through. It is a goal of mine to share my wisdom and experience so nobody else has to suffer the same way I have. These moments change outcomes. These moments have great ripples effect on the universe. Sending love and healing to great places of suffering can have an impact. They feel that energy collectively. And many of us do learn by observing, but so many of us don't. You want to do it the hard way, go for it. But if you really want to pay attention to how the world responds to you, consider how you treat other people, and especially how you treat yourself energetically. Because if you don't like the way someone else is treating you, there's a good probability that you're treating yourself the same way in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your actions, and they're just mirroring it back to you. This is where you can take control. Show yourself kindness, compassion, and love, and abundance, and bliss, and joy, and energy, and vibration, and everything will change around you. And this perfectly brings us into the law number 2, which is the law of vibration. Everything vibrates. Furniture looks stable, has a vibration. The air has a vibration. The ocean has a vibration. Our thoughts, our feelings, all have energetic signals that we send out to the world every single day. Music has vibrations. Tones and frequency has vibrations. Stampedes have vibrations. Animals, plants, everything has a vibration. And those frequencies that are the same and similar to others, they attract each other. Have you ever noticed that you walk in and you're really happy to a place and everyone's vibing the same? Or if you're having a bad day and you got out of bed on the wrong side of the bed and you go into work grumpy and everyone responds in the same way, that is vibrational frequency aligning together. Musically, I have singing bowls, and I know if I play the same note, other instruments in that same tone will all vibrate together. Musicians love to do it all the time. Hold the same key and other musical notes will sing at that same tune. Being in a constant state of stress will attract more urgency and pressure into your life. If you're constantly stressed and worrying about everything, catastrophizing everything, thinking the worst case scenario, playing the what if the devil turns up, or this happens, or the world falls apart, or the bombs are going to explode. If that is your thought process, that is exactly what will happen. Shifting into gratitude, being thankful, being kind, compassionate, understanding, and appreciative, you will notice so much better outcomes through that frequency. Love has its own vibration. It is felt from species to species. Dogs and cats come and give us love and energy when they feel us at low vibrational frequency to uplift our soul. And we do the same when we see them hurting. There are many animals in the animal kingdom that come and encourage togetherness and support and compassion to each other and to human beings when needed. Money, as an example, if you want abundance but sit in fear, you won't be able to receive money. It just won't flow to you. It will stop at the door outside of the realm of your vibrational frequency. But if you love money, you spend it freely, you pass it off like a gift and you share it with others, you will always find more that roll in behind it. There have been many times in my life when I know the tone of what I start the day with continues how it goes. If I wake up in a bad mood, the whole day ends up bad. So nowadays I make sure that I wake up well. My first thoughts change my frequency. And the one easy game changer, if you want to change your vibration, rock out some music, send some joy, laugh, find something to laugh at, and your whole frequency can shift. This is why many people, even in mourning and through grief, will go to a funeral or a wake and start talking about the person that's just crossed over. And then all of a sudden the whole place is laughing because that's what they want. They don't want to keep you in low frequency vibration. Mindset shifts are great opportunities to change the world around you. Okay? Shifting your vibration, aligning to a better frequency, you can do it with music, with movement, with tempo, with binaural beats, with toning, with hertz frequencies. There are many ways to shift your frequency. That energy alone will matter more than any effort that you put in. Always make sure you take aligned action from the right frequency and see the difference in the outcome that you make. Most people think that we attract to us what we want. We don't. We attract what we're attuned to, what we vibrate at, what our frequency sits at. And that's in your control. Law number 3 is the law of correspondence. This basically means the outer world is the reflection of your inner world. As above, so below, as within, so without. What's on the inside is the same on the outside. Patterns outside mirror the beliefs that you hold inside. If you don't like something, you're likely to go and attract it more and more and more from that dislike. Because that dislike energy is just bringing more things for you to dislike. It's the same as when you love something. You know what it's like, and you love your favorite thing. And if you ask the universe for a sign and you love to see butterflies, you will see hundreds and thousands of them everywhere. What you think, what you say, what you do all reflect back to you in the same way you put it out. If you think horrible thoughts about other people, if you criticize them, you put them down, you're going to receive the same. Same as if you think horrible thoughts about yourself. If you lack self-love and you put yourself down with shame and doubt and blame and guilt, you're going to find other people that are on that same bandwagon coming your way and telling you the same things. How hopeless you are, how useless you are, how you can't do anything right. But if you love yourself, think you're amazing, think you're talented and beautiful and wonderful and all of those beautiful, graceful words, that excitement, that joy, you're going to find people all around the world that are going to tell you how talented you are. Think about it, right? Go and look at our sports people. How much do we admire their talent? Because they admire it for themselves. That's why they put so much effort into mastering the skill. And they have thousands of fans out there. The same as singers and actors and actresses. They admire their talent, they craft their talent, and they keep telling themselves how wonderful they are. And that is why everybody else believes it too. There has to be calm inner shifts leading to external changes without forcing the effort. If you try and push it, If you're in a low frequency and you're thinking bad things, then all of a sudden you band-aid it and say, no, 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 I'm good, I'm great, I'm happy, I'm this. Band-aids don't work. It has to be core deep. Patterns do stop working once the inner work is done. I used to have a really bad inner voice. That itty bitty shitty committee used to put me down, tell me how hopeless I was, how useless I was. I had to train it to realize all the goodness and kindness and compassion and love and generosity that lied within me. I had to accept it at core. It happens through repeated patterns. Most of the problems that we create are repeated patterns. That is how we learn. When you change your mindset, you will change your whole environment around you. And literally, it usually takes one person with true belief. Go and look at sports teams again, right? Especially team events. If you have one person believe you can come back from nothing, you can. That pure belief will take you through strides and large, destination changes if you let it. But it is something that you have to realize lies within you. If you want to change your outside world, first you have to change your inside thoughts, behaviors, feelings, and actions. You can't pretend that everything's fine on the outside when on the inside you're talking about destruction and depression and you're full of anxiety. These things are just non-coherent. Law 4 is the law of attraction. This is the one everyone knows about. Basic explanation is like attracts like a magnet. Two magnetic sides together attract and come together. Focus plus emotion equals attraction. That is the base law of attraction in its simplicity. But the law of attraction doesn't work without vibration. It doesn't work without correspondence. And it does not work without oneness. You have to align to what you want. You have to believe wholeheartedly without any disruption or disbelief that you can have what you desire. If you believe you can have nothing, you can be homeless, be down and out, be addicted, be anything. And if you believe you can have greatness, you can. At the moment, Jelly Roll is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. And if you listen to him talk about how he overcame his addiction, how he was in jail and how he was suffering, and he decided he wanted to be something more. He wanted to sing. He wanted to share his voice, his mission, his love of life with the world. Yes, he connected to God and uses that power to strive forward. But his belief in self attracted all of this greatness to him. Did it happen overnight? No, it didn't. There was a lot of hard work that went behind it. But go and ask most people and you'll think that he had instant attraction and instant connection, instant celebrity. It took a lot of hard work to get there. But he believed it at his core. He focused on it in a single-mindedness that wouldn't let him accept anything less than what he wanted to sing and offer this world. Most of us focus on not having what we want. We focus on the lack thereof, the fact it's not in our hands at the moment, especially money. If you go and talk to anyone about law of attraction and money, why isn't it in my bank account? As Abraham talks about, it's in the vortex, but I want it in my bank account. I want it in my wallet. I want to spend it now. But we focus on the bills, on all the trouble coming forward rather than the solution. You have to feel success before it arrives. You have to sit in gratitude, act like you already have it, believe that it's possible, and know that it's coming and that you deserve it. The lack of deserving and the lack of receiving is usually what blocks all of our manifestations. Using tools like vision boards and journaling and emotional rehearsal will work over time. But if you really want to get aligned and you really want to manifest something, change your vibration, change your frequency, change your belief about what you can and you can't have. Understanding these 12 laws and how they all work together changed the way my law of attraction showed up for me. My manifestations are pretty instantaneous nowadays. I say I want something and it's pretty much there. The funny part is every now and then I like to joke that I want $1 million or a few million here and there. But I know underneath that the core belief is that magic has to happen for that to happen. I don't actually need $1 million in its entirety. I just like to get it over time and to use it in ways that are going to matter. It is about something that you have to gain and accept and allow yourself to get into a frequency of vibration that you can receive it, that you can have it, that you're deserving of it, that will make it all possible. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but it does eventually get here. A lot of non-manifestations happen because you are in resistance mode. Part of manifesting and law of attraction is the art of receiving. When someone offers to buy you a coffee and you say, no, I'm good, thanks, you are knocking back abundance. If someone offers to give you a gift, you are knocking back abundance. Law of attraction is about what you want, not how you're going to get it. Too many people like to control the how it's going to come to them and say that it has to come through this method or that method or this way. The universe will deliver it to you however it wants. And if that is through other people and third parties, let it happen. The only thing stopping you is your own belief about manifestation. That is what will hold you back. Emotion is the magnet. Be joyous, be vibrant, be grateful for everything. Sit in appreciation, celebrate your successes, shout them from the heights of everything. I mentioned Jelly Roll before. Go and look at how he celebrated his Grammys. Go and look at sports stars, how they celebrate tries or how they celebrate goals or how they celebrate wins on their team. They do it for a purpose because like attracts more. Law 5, the last one that we're going to cover for today, is the law of inspired action. Okay, manifestation requires movement. You can't turn around and say to the universe, I want whatever item that you want, or I want a new car, and then not go out and look for a new car. It's not magically going to turn up on your doorstep. Or you can't turn around and say, I want this new house and not consider looking at a new house or applying for a mortgage or saving your money for the deposit or working towards having the wherewithal to help pay for it. Intuition speaks to us through nudges, not guarantees. They're little steps, they're little actions that you take each and every day to work towards that greater vibration, that greater step. If you want large items, some way you have to work and earn money in order to save to get it. Very few people have it gifted out of thin air. Not to say that it doesn't happen, because there's lots of generosity out there. And it can be the exact how of how it can arrive for you if it is the way it's meant to be. Always trust your gut and take the action when it shows up. If you get a nudge to go and do this or buy that or go here or be there, do it. Don't sit on your butt and sit there and go, oh, nothing ever happens to me because I don't leave the house. Or I can't make any money because I don't work. There has to be a reciprocation for it. Ignoring your intuition will create you to feel stuck and it will stagnate you. It's like mud, quicksand. Pay attention to it. And small actions, baby steps, will lead to the most unexpected momentum. As I always say, small steps create big leaps. You think you're trudging uphill and it's too hard, I have to do too much. But those tiny little micro steps are going to have magnificent outcomes for you if you just let it. I started this podcast without having any idea of how it would show up, without having any idea of how to do it, actually. I just got told to come and start recording. And the outcome of this, the connection that I've had, the feedback from this audience has been nothing but beautiful, amazing, and it's joyous to create these episodes to help you understand even more than I thought of. There have been other times where I've missed the boat. One of my only sort of regrets in life is I wanted to buy a house back in the late 90s. It just wasn't fiscally available to me. It was problematic, and I then have not been able to get into the housing market. But that's the way life turns. Everything doesn't always work out for you, but trust that instinct. Action will unlock clarity. It will get you moving faster in any direction than you've ever known before, and it will cause you to grow in ways that are unexplainable. There is limitless possibility in this world if you open your arms to receive it. The universe responds to motion. It does not respond to wishing and, quite frankly, sitting on your ass. You have to get up, take the bull by the horns, and run with it. When you are nudged to do something, get out there and chase it. We're all jealous of celebrities, of songwriters and singers and actors and sports people and all these famous people that look like they have everything. This past few weeks, it only ended last week, I've been sitting and watching the Australian Open tennis. And it's so great that they're so talented and so good. Do you know how hard those fuckers work to get that? They put action into motion. They train, they show up. Years and years and years of training and practice and dedication and hot sun and balls going back and forth and pivoting the way they serve and changing the way they chase the ball, of injury, of hurt, of pain. All of that stacks up to the glory that they finally receive. Most of us want the glory, don't want to put the effort in. One does not exist without the other. These 5 laws explain why awareness changes everything. When you understand how these laws work and you put them into action and you make them work for you in this life, energy always comes before action. In my own business, when I started getting into alignment with my energy, when I vibrated higher and I meditated before I even posted on socials, showed up to events, showed up to this podcast even, when I make sure I'm attuned and aligned with the frequency of the energy I want to commit to, it changes everything. Creation's a partnership. It's not a demand. There is no entitlement here. No one is entitled to anything. If you vibrate for it, ask for it, prepare for it, have gratitude for it, appreciation, love, and honor, all of that beautiful, blissful connection, you can achieve anything. The first step in this process is to understand the laws. Go and research more about them. Go and understand them at their core. Go and practice them, because living is where the mastery of them begin. Look at anyone out there teaching manifestation and law of attraction, and they would tell you how over years they mastered it. They showed up in it. They vibrated right. They received right. They took the action. They followed their nudges. Because without it, they wouldn't have anything at all. The next episode is going to cover how to work with the cycles, the contrast, effort, and balance. There are 7 more laws that I will continue in another episode. So I hope these 5 laws have helped you. I hope you understand a bit more about them, learn to vibrate higher, raise your energy, show up in the way that you want, ask for what you want, manifest it, know that everything is connected. Your thoughts, your energy is all connected. For without that connection, we don't have anything. I want you to take a look around you throughout the week. Notice where any of these laws show up. Notice how that oneness shows up for you, how vibration matters, how law of attraction gives you what you want. If you're not sure what you want, ask the universe for something small, whether it's a sign, a symbol, a song, a sound, a food item, some money, whatever it may be. Ask for it and let it deliver it to you. And then I want you to go and reflect on it. Don't stress about being perfect, but just show up as you are. Show up in the beautiful, loving, connected source God energy that exists within one of us, every single one of us. That oneness aspect is we are all connected back to God. Every single one of us is connected. It's how you master that connection that matters the most. I hope this episode has helped you. Please like, subscribe, and follow the channel, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook with the links below. Until next time, trust your intuition and let your spirit soar.